Hello Pisces and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia and today I'm pulling energies and messages for what you don't see coming for the sign of Pisces. So if this reading isn't resonating with you Pisces, don't worry about it. I set the intention for all of my readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So you can pop over to another video and check one of your other placements. And don't worry, I know I'm not one of those people who decorates for Christmas in October and don't need to adjust your television. Time has not walked forward to December. I'm just one of those weirdos that has a Christmas mug all year round. Okay, whether that's better or worse, I'm not sure. You can tell me in the comments. But yeah, Mr. Snowman has been here for the past couple of readings because my herbal tea is in it, and I don't know, I just fancied the company today. Okay, Pisces, we'll jump straight into your reading, starting with you on this side of the board. We're doing things a little bit differently this time because the circular decks have been a little bit quiet energetically, so I didn't really want to pull them out. Plus I had another spread in mind I've been wanting to try out for a while, so we're going to crack on with that. So this side of the board will be you, and then we'll go over here and look at the energy that's coming towards you that you don't expect, and then at the bottom here we'll look at an outcome and we'll get a whole picture of what's happening, and then we will go into clarifying, and then as usual we will end with some advice from the universe. So if that is good with you Pisces, we are just going to dive straight in, starting with your energy. Okay Spirit, we got Pisces in the house. Can we please see what Pisces is doing? Can we please do a little energy check, little vibe check on our Pisceans, please? Can you show me Pisces, please, Spirit? Can you show me Pisces? Can you show me Pisces? Thank you, thank you. Right, let's go. Okay, Pisces, please. Pisces. Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Okay, hang on. Queen of Swords flipped over there. The Fool was there in the sandwich, but we didn't pull him out, so he's going back in. See if we see him later. Okay, another shuffle. We've got the Chariot, okay, and we have the Two of Cups. Nice, right. You are moving towards another energy, so they might not be expecting you, Pisces. And you've been quite clear on that. You're like, yep, I'm going for it. You hop in your Chariot, and you go. And there they are. Great. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. No, I'm joking. Let's get some more details. That was very straightforward, though, Pisces. I like that. You're like, this is what I'm doing. No frills. No butts, no coconuts. This is what I'm doing. Okay, great. Got it, Pisces. I'm with you. Okay, let's move into the energy attached to you. That was the Eight of Pentacles. So they're working away. You're sneaking up on them. Tiptoeing in the room. Okay. The Magician, they're hard at work doing something. Oh, they have the Three of Wands in reverse. So it's like they were going to go off and do something, but then they were like, nah. It might be because you turned up, Pisces. So yeah, it might be a bit like, should rename this What Pisces Person Doesn't See Coming this week. No, maybe just be someone that you spot from across the room that you've never seen before in your life. The Queen of Swords is someone who's clear on what she's doing. She can make a decision in a snap second. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process all the time that she's often associated with. No, it could just be like, seen it, won it. Because Queen of Swords. Then they're kind of working on something. They're trying to manifest something. Their energy is shrinking down though. So it's like they start with a big open idea and over time their idea is narrowed and narrowed down. Or it could be that they had planned to go somewhere, a trip, or to move overseas or something like that, or even just move down the road, and they're deciding not to. They're like, no, actually it's not for me. No. Okay. Right. No, we're not doing that, Lydia. We are doing this. We're just going to go and look at a little outcome, and then we'll move into clarify. 1 second. Go clarify, please. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's do that again. I'm not entirely happy with that one. Let's do it again, guys. 1 second. Okay, can we please get an outcome? An outcome? Did I say clarify? Yeah, I'm getting back to front, Pisces. Sorry about that. Okay, right. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, in reverse we are. It came out reverse. That's the way Spirit wanted it. That's the way Spirit will have it. We've got the Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Well, this card being reversed, I think that might be them. Being quite selfish in some way. It's like their energy is like hoarding in. And but they open up. It might be when you cross them, actually. Because I'm seeing a communication. See, the outcome could be your energy, their energy, or a mixture of the both. Okay? So it's like they're all closed off. A communication comes in, I think maybe from you, and also reverse these energies as well. And then that makes them open up a little bit. Or something like that. Okay, let's stop guessing now, Pisces. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, can we please clarify Pisces energy, please? Can we clarify Pisces, please? This doesn't have to be a person. I think it might be with the Magician being there. And obviously the Queen of Pentacles, court cards are often people, and Page of Wands as well. But it doesn't have to be. Could just be you opening up a situation. Right? Okay, right. Can I please clarify Pisces energy, please? Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's an offer here. There's something you're spotting, Judgment. Okay. And the Lovers. Oh my God, you've got the Lovers clarifying the Two of Cups. This is definitely a person. I'd say it is a love interest of some kind. You see an opportunity about them or with them. Or you're carrying the opportunity in this case. You know it's going to be life-changing, Judgment. You've not really spent that much time thinking about it though, Pisces, if I'm honest with you. This seems like a quick decision. You're like, oh, you, over there, marry me. I know you wouldn't do that, Pisces, but that's kind of the energy we've got here. And then the Lovers clarifying the Two of Cups. Like, you've really got your eye on this. If it's not a person, it's something where you're like, oh, you just want it. I don't know what it is. You want it. You want it. You're going for it. You've made a judgment call. You're like, I can't miss this opportunity. I've got to do it. And you're seeing it as an opportunity because it's under the Ace of Pentacles. That's how you recognise it. Under the Queen of Swords. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. I like that, Pisces. You look happy about it. Okay, let's clarify the energy moving towards you. I think this is someone that you don't know because I don't see how you don't see this coming. I reckon you're out somewhere and you spot someone or someone pops up in your life somewhere. It could be online. It could be, you know, someone moves in on the street. I don't know. Right. Let's clarify the energy. Hard worker though. Good. They're like minding their business. They don't see you coming, Pisces. They do not see you coming. Right. Okay. Can we please clarify Pisces person, please? The King of Swords, yeah, that's that communication. Right, so you speak to them. Nice, yeah. At the start. You had the star with the Magician, well, your person did. I think your person thinks that there feels like they've like manifested you or something like that. And the Nine of Cups. Oh my God. So they're like... So they're doing something. There's nothing to do with you, right? I think it's like their work. This is a very introverted person that just keeps themselves to themselves and just tapping away, working away, chipping away at something. They hear what you have to say and they're like, oh, this is what I've been waiting for. That sort of thing. Like, I've seen the Magician, it's like they've been working on something. It may be that they've been out there looking for love. You could meet this person on a date now. That could be what they're associating with the Eight of Pentacles, especially if they're an Earth sign. With Earth signs particularly, Pentacles and Cups pretty much mean the same thing in a lot of cases, because Earth signs associate their emotions with positive emotions with stability so strongly. So they're an Earth sign, so that might be another thing for one of you, or have strong Earth placements. But it's like you pop in and they're like, oh my God, my wish finally arrived. Like they were manifesting you. And the reason they're Three of Wands is closed all of a sudden, because they're like, my wish has come true. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. The Three of Wands upright is expansion and looking and expecting something. So this person's been out looking for you. And, well, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, has arrived. Well, they don't need to look for you anymore because you're here. Oh, that's really sweet. Okay, so you've got your eye on someone, Pisces, and you want to go for it. I strongly suggest you do. Right, can I clarify the outcome, please? Can I clarify the outcome, please? The outcome for Pisces, please. The outcome. the High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles came up together, so I'm taking them together. 10 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Oh, okay. It's a very odd reading. High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. They're very much like, it's like, so as a result of this meeting, this karmic meeting, they kind of go in themselves and almost ask themselves, is this who we've been waiting for? Is it? And then they're like, I almost feel silly saying this, but this is what the cards are saying, and I'm just a translator. And then they get some kind of sign that says, yeah, it is. And but then they go into their head about it. They start overthinking. So you have a spiritual, intuitive person on the receiving end of this, right? Again, please reverse these roles as you see fit. These can come out the other way. Something around communication, around... So you start talking to them about the future. Or at least, like... So it's not the 10 of Pentacles, so it's not your current family dynamics you're talking to them about. You're talking to them about emotional dynamics, like what you want for a family. Like, it's almost like family planning. Like, I want 2 kids, I want a dog, I want to retire at the age of 55. You start talking about those sorts of things. Seeing if you guys line up in that sense. And I think it's something about that conversation. They're not close to you, they're still open to you, but it's like then they like want to stop talking about it. They get anxiety about it. But they still seem open to you because the Page of Wands is here. I'll assure you that. The Page of Wands is open, curious. They do want to know more about you. I think you want to know more about them. But they're almost like a bit of a mystery. A bit of a closed book in many senses to you, Pisces. Which is very, very interesting. I'm called to get another one on that 8 of Swords. 4 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they slowly warm up to it though. You might be dealing with someone who's had a lot of trauma. Or been love bombed or something like that. Because, I mean, I'll give them that, Pisces. You do go in a bit fast. You are a bit hot on them. You know. They like it, they do. But they're a little bit wary there. There's a little bit of, they're a bit reserved. But very, very slowly they warm up to you. But internally, they're lighting up like a friggin' Christmas tree. But you might not see that on the surface. They might seem a little bit like, it's Pisces again. They're like, yeah, I suppose I'll sit with you. I'll have lunch with you today. Maybe. But inside, they're like, is this the person of my dreams? They're asking themselves that. They feel like they're missing something. That's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like they're missing something. They have been keeping themselves to themselves. They have not really been sharing much with others. So they're probably not used to sharing much with others. They don't give much information away. I'd assume, and what I'm getting energetically is that's from pain, not because they have something to hide. I don't see any 7 of Swords here. I'm not seeing any deception. Not seeing any devil, nothing like that. I think it's just pain. And they check in with themselves if they're okay to do something first. They're very meticulous about that. They're like, okay, intuition, do we proceed with Pisces? Yay or nay? I think you get a yay, because I mean, look at you. Your energy's gorgeous, Pisces. Why wouldn't this person's intuition trust you? And you have this lovely conversation about the future, but they kind of... So they want it, because the Page of Wands is here, but they're holding themselves back a little bit, at least initially, to you, which is super interesting. This is an unusual read. I never get it this way round, but that's what I love about tarot, Pisces. You never know what's coming next. Not really. Okay, right. Can I please get some advice from the universe for Pisces, please? Some advice from the universe. Advice from the universe, please, for Pisces. Okay. Advice from the universe. One more shuffle, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Advice. The 8 of Stones is that skill card again. Okay, this is interesting. 8 of bows, again, it's 8 of wands. The 9 of cups. So we've got repeats of all of these energies on the table. Let's pick it apart together, Pisces. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. This is really about what direction you want to take the relationship. It's very much like that. Where is this going? Will we have kids? Will we adopt a dog? Will we move to Tulsa? You know, those kinds of questions. All of the above, none of the above, something totally different, one of the above, anything like that. Because it's about working. Something about working and working together on a joint project. 8 of bows, it's going to involve a lot of communication, possibly also involve other people. And then the 9 of vessels is wish fulfillment, which this person has here. And it's like they're closed off to talking about wish fulfillment, even though they see you as wish fulfillment. Because that's the moment they stop looking elsewhere for wish fulfillment, was when they met you. But they're trying to, and are very focused on making their wishes come true. And you are keen to talk to them about what their wishes are around the future. So that's where we've got the 8 of Wands again. It's around your future happiness. Together or in general. How that would work. How are you going to do this? I don't know if I'm looking at a cohort of Pisces that might already be in a relationship or in a connection where you've got some kind of obstacle you need to overcome. Maybe like long distance or something like that. And you're like, and we need to close the gap. That would make sense because you've got the Chariot there in your energy. Over judgment, there's something about movement. You need to make a decision over movement. It doesn't have to be long distance. It could be literally anything. But you feel like this movement could also just be, let's progress this relationship forwards. Or it could be you're single, Pisces, and you meet somebody suddenly and then it leads to all this down the line. I wouldn't say you should really be... Well, no, that's not true. I was going to say you shouldn't really be talking about kids and stuff the first week of meeting someone. That's not necessarily true. People do that in the same day. People have profiles that say if they want like children or not. You see what I mean? So it's not that unusual this day and age to do that. You know... Because that's one of those things that is hard to reconcile, or it could be something totally different. Like, where do you want to live? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of area do you want to live in? What kind of job do you want to get? Because that can also influence where you live and that sort of thing. It's like you're trying to work out those details and how you could possibly both achieve your own goals in an individual sense, but also do it together side by side. Co-create together, which is beautiful, very organised. You're super keen. They are also keen, but there is something around the discussion of future family, future, something that they just kind of close up to. So I'd be very mindful of that, Pisces, of how long that's going on. It's absolutely 100% fine for people to be undecisive about that because they're big questions that don't always have easy answers. Okay? So if someone doesn't want to talk to you about it immediately, maybe they haven't thought about it all that much and they want to take some time to give you a good answer, allow them the time, that's no problem. But how much time? That's up to you to decide, Pisces, because it's up to you. It's up to you. It depends on so many factors, how much time you give them, how long you've been dating. If you've been dating for like 3 years and you're only just having this conversation, no. Huge red flag. But, you know, if it's been some time that you think is reasonable and you're okay giving them a couple of weeks or something to come back to you with it, that's also fine too and totally healthy and good and supportive of you. But, yeah, if they're dragging their feet, but they don't. They are opening up slowly. They slowly open up. So I don't think they are. You could be possibly dealing with someone who has trauma in this area. And so it's difficult for them to communicate or think about those sorts of things. So there's so many factors at play with the other person. So this is when you have to exercise your discernment, Pisces, on what to do about that. So that's just a little bit of a heads up from the universe. It might be a bit of an obstacle for this person, but otherwise they absolutely adore you and you seem to absolutely adore them in return. So it'd be a shame that communication be a barrier in this instance, but I know you Pisces, I've got a lot of Piscean people in my life. You're not one to try and pressure people into doing things they don't want to do and things like that. And I'm not seeing that in the energy on the table either. I think that you would wait for this person to make up their mind, but I just don't want you waiting, Pisces, to the point where it's taking your energy in a negative direction. Okay? So just look after yourself, put yourself first. This person's putting themselves first by giving themselves time, and I applaud them for that. You do exactly the same, and I applaud you for doing that also. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up, get it further out into the algorithm, and get some more Pisceans into the collective. And with that, Pisces, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care.